I've got some stuff to show you. I did a shopping vlog recently and indulged, but also I bought something not that long ago, and then also there's a couple of things that have been gifted. Oh my gosh, or like used credit or whatever. So I will tell you about those too. Links will be below or in the shopping button on the screen. Let's kick it off with... So, as you know, I'm trying to be a good girl and abide by my rule that if I'm buying open-toed shoes, they have to be exceptional. But my priority this year is closed-toe. So I saw these Attico ones and I thought that they were perfect. So, also shout out for the 2 dust bags. As we know, brands can be stingy these days. I thought that these were a fabulous neutral and will go with a lot. So, they are these, what are they called? The Schiaparelli slingback, 105mm in the colours sand/black. Basically, it is a faux python, it's like embossed python, basically, and it's all printed on it so it looks real. But it's this, is it a wedge? Is it not a wedge? She's keeping you on her toes. At one moment you're like, oh my gosh, you should bring wedges back, and it's like, oh, but that's just not a normal wedge. You've got this sort of triangular pyramid-like detail. She's architectural. She is sculptural. She's interesting. And of course you've got the sling back. I like this little, the sexy little cutout that will frame the toe cleavage very nicely. Pointed toe. Here's where I went for this. I thought this is going to be great if I have a casual look that I want to dress up a little bit. Then again, that's with all heels. So let's move that justification across there, Cassie. I also think it's going to look great with heels, but also with trousers. And my thing, why I kind of realised I'm lacking a closed toe kind of pump situation, is trousers. I'm wearing trousers. I want a heel. I've not got many options for myself, and I thought that this was a fun neutral that's still interesting, still exciting. I also do appreciate the fact that they've put a little rubber tip at the end of the point there so that you're not wearing into that as soon as you go outside, because some brands, you'll wear it once and the tip's already dead on you. I love the Attico for heels, and I truly believe that they do not get the shout and the praise that they deserve because they're not like a big brand or whatever. But this is my second pair of Attico heels. My first ones are, you know, the Venus heels, the orange sparklies. And fabulous, comfortable, gonna go with a lot. They also are very sort of like mob wife winter, but I do just want to say that I bought these before that became a trend. Thank you so much. All the animal prints are back too. Have you heard this? I may have just purchased a leopard print dress, but that's for another video. I will say the style is very sort of like 50s pin-up, you know, with the way that it's a nice snout. She's snouting nicely, but that has annoyed me that the sticker's on the bottom, because that's not going to come off clean. But that's something for me and myself to work out another day. Great. Let's dive into a bit of Viv, shall we? I had to. How could I not? Look at it, okay? Vivienne Westwood. It's called the Drunken Tailor shirt. It was also on sale. Hold on, I've got the receipt. So I ended up paying $333 for it. And I think full price, that was 40% off, basically, okay? For a Viv interesting shirt like this, okay, imagine this with a heel. She's doing all of the talking. I got a size 42. A 42 is my general top size in Viv, right? It gives me enough room to breathe, essentially. But look at how, I mean, the name is apt. It's giving Drunken Tailor. We're all over the place. Now, if I was a little bit more avant-garde with my thinking and dressing, you could like not do the buttons in the way that they're... You could not do it consecutively. You could mix and match. You could create more, you know, little rivers and valleys with this shirt. But I'm not, I still dress a bit too commercially for that. So I just like how it kind of frames the chest nicely. You've got a little bit of Viv orb there, right? Even all of this with the cuffs. She's doing a bit of this and that. I also do really like the stripes. Usually, you know me, I love a white shirt. So this for me is a little bit, we're venturing outside of the comfort zone in a way that is still comfortable. It nips in the waist a little bit, right? I like it sort of not fully closed so that it flares out a bit, a little bit of a peplum. I just think, look at it from the back. Are you seeing her from the back? Yeah, backing up. I wish to wear her casually. I wish to wear her with jeans and like, yeah, jeans and trainers and just this shirt. It's a lovely spring day, right? The sun is shining. She's got on her sunnies. She's living her best life. But we've done something. We've gone above and beyond slightly, simply because of the shirt. Okay, the other Viv piece I bought was a pair of earrings. The amount of earrings I saw, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realise that they do this many. Like, just so many, and there's more statementy ones, and there's more simple ones, and whatever. Now, there is a purpose that I bought these earrings for. I have the triple choker necklace, come on. And I love it. I love this necklace, but I will say one thing that I feel like I am missing is an earring that sort of matches but isn't a 2 on the nose match. So there are the Vivienne Westwood studs that are like the orbs, but then I thought it's too orby, but I don't also want something that's just like simple pearls. So I saw this one on the website, I was intrigued, and then while I was there in person I was like, okay, let's see it. They are sort of a nice in-between of something simple but also something somewhat exciting. Basically like a little waterfall of pearls. So you've got a tiny one at the top, a slightly longer one, and this long one that's got a mini orb that sort of frames the ears. I've exposed myself in my sweats, haven't I? And they also do it in gold or silver, but because my choker's silver, I thought let's just all go silver with it, so then everything matches nicely. And it's a matchy-matchy, but it's not a matchy-matchy situation. I mean, it is undeniably a matchy-matchy situation, but you know what I mean. So the effect is that it's sort of traipsing up the ear, right? And then you have this nice kind of display of pearls. So she's giving a little zhuzh, she's giving a dangly, she's giving some intrigued and like, oh, let me just shimmy for you over there and catch the light. But she's going to go perfectly with the choker, and she's not going to take away. And then also, obviously, just like out and about, these are a great, easy little pair of fun pearl earrings. Because obviously with pearl earrings, there's, you know, they sort of can feel very grown up or very sort of traditional and whatever. But I thought that that was a fabulous little addition that I will end up wearing a lot. Baby's first Schiaparelli. Oh my gosh, she did it. I have been waiting for the right Schiaparelli piece, okay? And last year I tried on the earrings. I thought, oh, I'm going to be there with the earrings. They're so statementy and fabulous and like oomph, the power that they bring, the statement of it all. And then I tried them on and my ears have never screamed at me that loud. Okay, it was like, you can't do this to us, please. We don't have the strength in the globe to support this. I actually asked a friend who has a pair and she said that she has got the backs changed so that her ears can withstand it, because she wore them for an evening and the whole lobe was like unrecognisable apparently, and then she had to ice it all night and it finally got back to normal. But so I've been looking around for like, okay, what's my first Schiaparelli piece? And the bags, whilst beautiful, are not really my style. So I kind of thought it can't be ready to wear as my first piece because that's far too expensive. And then I saw this. Now, I did try, if you watch the shopping vlog, I tried on a jacket and I tried on a t-shirt. The jacket is phenomenal. I'm obsessed with it, but I'm also going to Paris soon. And so I think I'm going to get it there, hopefully, if it's still there. Can we all cross our fingers that the Schiaparelli jacket's in Paris? Thank you so much. But, so, I ended up going for the Schiaparelli t-shirt. Now, little bit of a hack here. I use Amex. I like to rack up my Amex points. Usually I keep my points for air miles, so then I buy all of my flights with points mainly. But I had kind of bought my flights recently and I had some left over, and Christiaan was like, you should convert it into Bergdorf gift card, and then it's like, you know, getting something for free. So this was actually paid for via my Amex points, really. She's glorious, she's everything I ever wanted. The details of this are just fan-sodding-tastic, okay? You've got this sort of Flintstones-esque gold chain with the bone detailing that threads through. Might I introduce you? Tiny gold keyhole at the back. Are you seeing her? Are you seeing just a little Schiaparelli something or other? Christiaan was like, I want you to cuff the arms like James Dean. Then you've got these bijoux on the corners. You've got a mouth. You've got a hand with a ring on it. Oh, appropriate, she's engaged. You've got a keyhole, once again, and you've got And possibly, I am obsessed. She's going to be my go-to. Obviously, she's a dry clean only situation. I got this in a size small. It does, like, they do small, medium, large. I don't necessarily think that there was much in between it. The one in the video I tried on, I think, was a large, but it's cut very sort of oversized. Yeah, professional dry cleaning. I'm not bothering with that rattling around my sodding tumble dryer. You know, let's not. She's better than that. But as you can see in the video, I had these, my silk frame cargos, my satin frame cargo pants that go perfectly. And the way that the bijou just pop, this, you see, like, just as an everyday t-shirt that's got a bit of fire, got a bit of interest, got a bit of, oh, you took that in a direction that I wasn't ready for. So I think that this is going to be something that I gravitate towards time and time again, and that's what I want from, you know, as she's starting to build a Schiaparelli collection. Who knows what's next? Well, that jacket will probably be next. A pattern is emerging. Okay, so this is a fabulous Tom Ford era, hold on, there you go, you see in the back, Gucci denim shirt with leather cuffs, leather these bits, leather collar, okay? Just, I saw this on the hanger and I was like, stop. This is a really good sodding shirt. And I'm clearly in my shirt era, but I've been looking for shirts that I can wear kind of casually because my white shirts seem a little bit formal. You know, I dress them up formally. And I think that something like this, again, much like the Vivienne Westwood, we can do that with jeans and we're good to go. I can even pop it all off and we can do it as like a mini shacket situation, right? Anyway, so this is from What Goes Around Comes Around. I did a little bit of work with them, and as part of that I got some credit. So I spent it on this. It's fabulous and I love it. This is a size 42, same size as my Vivienne Westwood shirts, right? I like that it's tailored. Another fun thing that I find quite interesting, so first of all, look at the buttons. You may or may not be able to see, but the buttons say Gucci on them, right? And because of the fabric, in between the buttons are hook and eyes so that it stays closed. And sometimes what can happen with tops and with the titties is that, and even with not much titty going on, is that it can sort of create these gaps. So the hook and eye has, you know, what's that? Nipped it in the bud. I love this, like I'm wearing now with these leggings, right? And a boot, maybe, we could do a boot. But again, I love this with a skirt. I love this actually worn over a skirt, and because it flares out slightly, and then we kind of have another layer of flare with the skirt. It's easy, she's logo-fied, she's living her best life. Finally, we have a coat from Rue Sloane. So Rue Sloane is Claire Chanel's company, her clothing brand, right? And I know that she's been making these London kind of dress coats for a while now. She's just launched this colour in the grey, and it's really, really great quality. So she's got a lot to be proud of. Also came in this lovely Rue Sloane branded acrylic hanger, I'm a fan, and also a suit carrier that's all branded, lovely. But what I like about this is I believe it's pure wool. It's very nice and soft. It's also very New York with the way I just throw it on and you just look like you're all put together sashaying through the streets. I've got a size extra small, okay? So keep that in mind. They are made oversized. This is 100% Australian wool, spun and dyed in Italy. Okay, dry clean only. Now, the other thing with this is that it's quite light. So if I'm going to wear it when it's been very cold, which it has been, so I haven't been able to wear it as much as I'd like, it's usually if I know that I'm going to be wearing something really thick underneath that this is a topper. But I can see this being really, really great for a spring and autumn when you need a lighter kind of jacket, but if you want something that's still very full length and, you know, she's so smart looking. You can also wear this as a dress. It's just not kind of cut in. It's not like an hourglass tailoring. It's a straight up and down. So if that's the vibe you like for a dress, then listen, use her for a dress as well. The possibilities are truly endless. There you go, guys. Let me know what you liked and all of that. I'm going to leave a link to another video over here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And in the words of my father,
if you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you haven't, keep your mouth shut.
I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.